I am going to show you how you can build your first AI chatbot in under 10 minutes. By the end of this video, I'll have taught you all the skills necessary for you to go onto Botpress, create your first chatbot and finish it all within the span of 10 minutes. And this can be the start to something great. This can be the start to your AI development journey. My name is Love. I'm an 18-year-old from the southern part of Sweden, and I started developing with AI almost a year and a half ago, back when I was 17. And now I've started my own company, Engage Growth, and we help businesses automate their processes by utilizing custom AI solutions. And now we'll get into the video. So first things first, you want to go on to botpress.com, create your own account, and then once you're logged into the studio, you will see this beautiful dashboard and you can hit create a bot. Name it whatever, so I'll name it test and hit create. After it says chatbot's been created, you can hit open in the studio. And this is going to bring us to our studio where we can develop the bot. I'm gonna go ahead and start from scratch, but you can choose any of this if you want to try them out. And hit use template. Okay, so I put on a sweatshirt because I was freezing, but now we're going to start building the chatbot. So this chatbot is going to have 3 different parts, which is going to be an intro part, a questions hub, or which is normally called the Q&A section, and an about us page. But first things first, we're going to start with the intro. So once we're in our blank Botpress bot and you've deleted all of the content that's already in here, we can go ahead and right click, and now we need to select the nodes, or select the standard node. And the node is essentially a section where you can add different cards, and cards are certain actions that you can perform. So for this intro, I'm going to hit add card, and I want to select a text card because this is just going to be like a simple text message that is going to be sent every time the user interacts with the bot. So I'm going to say, hey and welcome to Quick Fix IT Solutions. And then I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to say, my name's Bob, and I'm here to help you. And we can also name our nodes, which I'm going to do now, and I'm just going to name this intro. And if we want to post this on a web chat, which I think that most of you will probably do, we can right click, hit triggers, and then conversation started. And what this does is that when you hit like the web chat icon on the bottom right side, this is going to be sent first. But if you don't have this enabled and you hit that, the bot will not send any messages, and so you have to send the first message and then the bot will respond in this way. So now we have the intro, and we can go on to the questions hub. Okay, so coming into the questions hub, first we're just going to go ahead here and we will add our knowledge base. And the knowledge base is essentially text that the bot will use to answer the questions that the user might ask. So to add this, it's pretty straightforward. If you see the left section here, you can see that we have a book here which has knowledge bases. So we'll go ahead and hit that, and then go into default knowledge base. If you want to, you can delete this and create a knowledge base, and we can name this whatever you want. So I'm going to name this default, and hit save. And inside of this default knowledge base, we can add website, document, tables, do web search, or just raw text. But I'm going to go ahead and add a document, and I'm just going to drag this into this section here. So now I have my document. Now this is uploaded and it's been indexed, as you can see here. So I'm just going to go ahead and exit this, and we're going to move on to the question part. So we can right click again and hit standard node, and this is going to be our questions part. So I'm going to name this question, and we can hit add a card, and inside of this we're going to want to add a raw input. What this does is that it will say something like, you can ask me any question, and then it will wait for the user to ask his question, and then once the question has been asked, it's going to be answered through the knowledge base. So what we're gonna want to do is go inside here and say, okay, ask me anything. And we can make this a bit nicer with some proper grammar. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to create a variable where we're going to store the question. So we can hit this button here which says select create variable, and we can just type in user question and hit create. And then what I like to do is I like to hit, you see this blue button here where it says include knowledge bases, but I like to disable the search in this, and then I want to add a card, and I want to add the query knowledge base card. Hit that in here, and the query I'm going to reference to the other variable, so I can hit at and then workflow dot user question, which is this variable here, and you can see that it's under the workflow category, so it says user question, and then it should be workflow dot user question. And the knowledge bases, we need to hit this and then hit default. And now we need to add the answer variable, so we can go ahead to the plus on the left hand side, make sure that it says workflow and string, and we can name it whatever we want. So I'm going to name it bot answer, then hit add. And now in this card again, we can now go to this option and select the bot answer. And now inside of the text card, we can hit this add variable or icon, and we can see the variables that we have, and we can add our bot answer. But what if the user asks a question and the bot doesn't have any answer? Well, then this will be empty, and we need to add a fallback. So for that we need to hit add a card, then drag an expression, and make sure that you put them in between these, and turn off this field and type in fallback so we know where it goes. And we'll need to do it like this, and then say workflow equals 0. This basically means if there's no answer, this variable will put blank, and then it is 0 because there's no answer. So if this is set to true, this action will happen. And for that we need to add a new node, because this is going to be our fallback. So we need to connect this to our fallback, and we can name this fallback actually. And we can add a new card and just say I am sorry, but I cannot find an answer to your question. And then we can take this back to here again, to the intro. So now we have a working questions part, and now we need to modify the intro because we want to add our about us section. And the idea is that the user comes into the intro and then he can select what he wants help with. So for that we're going to add a card here again, and we can add a single choice card. And here we will ask the user what they want to do. So what would you like assistance? What would you like assistance with? And we can say here, I have a question, or about us. Or we can disable this. So this now we can delete, and we can actually connect I have a question to this question part. And for the about us section, we can add a new node once again, label this about us, and then drag the about us to here, and then we can write in the card. I have a message already, which is like this. What we do. So this is the about us, and then we can connect this back to the intro. So if we now run it, we can start the conversation by saying hey. And as you can see, we get an error. And this is because the summary cannot be generated. So if you want a summary, you need to go here into integrations, type in OpenAI. You can see here OpenAI and hit install integration. Or you can do what I'm going to do. You can go into here to the left hand side, select agents, click summary agent, and then hit this blue button so it's disabled. So if I run it again, this is going to be gone, and I can choose. I want to start with about us. He say what we do. I have a question, and then say something random. We can see that it goes to the fallback, but if we hit I have a question and then say how can I contact you, you say you can reach us, which is the answer. So there we have it. I hope this video helped you guys out a ton. If you have any further questions, please let me know in the comments, or join my Discord server where you can connect with me and other like-minded chatbot builders. Until next time, peace.